When you lock up a mother, you lock up a family. You lock up a mother and a family, you lock up a community.
It killed my mother. You know, my mother had to go through a lot, you know, to come visit me, what I was saying about Rikers, having, you know, all of my family members, especially the women who had to come and had to be, you know, had to come with children and then have to be searched, have the children searched, have to take off bras, have to, you know, really be dehumanized themselves just so they could see me, ran through all type of drug tests and all of these unnecessary things just so that they can come and see me for 1 hour, which was 1 hour if they allowed it to be 1 hour.
There's a lot of women that's there that doesn't have the, like, you know, it's not fortunate like everyone else that could get commissary, and so they would have to like double down and use their panties like 1 or 2 times, like, you know, over and over, and sometimes the COs in there have their favorites, so they don't always get the opportunity to get as the other ones would. So there's a lot of favoritism going on in there. If you didn't have any visitors or you didn't have any money, you were basically just a number. Like the more popular inmates had more respect from the officers than the ones that didn't have any money.
From what I see, they were put through a lot, and they had to do time with me that they didn't deserve to have to do.
And the officers was very, very rude. They spoke to us like we were not human.
If you had your menstrual cycle, they didn't care. We would sometimes tell the officers, I'm on my menstrual, and she would say, that's not my problem. And then they would have you take out whatever you had, and there were women who would actually bleed onto the floor, and they would just let that happen as if nothing, and the girls who were working custodial had to clean that up at the end of these searches.
A lot of women that's been there a lot of times, the correctional officers, they know them. Or it's automatic, they already know them. So it's like they're catered to them.
It was also the constant fear. And you hear these girls fighting all night, girls stealing from each other, and you're just sleeping with one eye open. You don't get that rest.
So if it's an altercation going on inside the dorm, they'll call the boom squad. And when the boom squad come, they don't just come for that particular altercation. They just, whoever's in their way, that's who they attack. They call them like Ninja Turtles because they come fully geared and they have like police sticks. So they just come and, you know, whoever's in the way is getting knocked out the way.
And sometimes you were shackled to people who were so angry that they were pulling you across. They were doing a lot of things that put you in danger. And I became very anxious and fearful since my experience.
When I got to Rikers, they confirmed that I was pregnant. One morning we went to breakfast, and one of the other girls in the mess hall, we were walking out, and she gave me a sandwich because I was like extra hungry and she didn't want it. And one of the officers, female officers, smacked the sandwich off my hand. I threw coffee on her. It was cold by then, but they tackled me down like I was an animal, and like they pressed, like my stomach was pressed on a table with like 3 officers on top of me. And then they put me in solitary confinement for a good 10 hours. I was very stressed out. And after that happened, they put me in protective custody because the officer wanted to, excuse my French, fuck me up.